Target is scaling back its self-checkout after some shocking theft and customer complaints. So they are among a growing number of retailers that are scaling back self-checkout, citing rising theft, operational issues, and a customer experience that hasn't lived up to expectations. While the company frames its recent 10-item self-checkout limit as a way to improve speed and convenience, the story is deeper and more expensive. So, for example, they have a single woman who reportedly stole over $60,000 worth of goods in 1 year using the self-checkout. And so this lack of oversight and ease of under-scanning or skipping items made it very easy for this to go unnoticed for quite some time. And that case is just one of many pointing to the massive vulnerability of these kiosks. And so they also talk about in this article some retail, what they call retail shrink from the National Retail Federation. And this topped 112 billion in 2022. Self-checkout, often unmonitored or sparsely staffed, is now seen as a hotbed for shoplifting. And of course, we saw a lot of other stores, and especially Target, that were broken into and had a lot of mass theft as well from that. So their response, Target's response anyway, in March of 2024 is to introduce a new nationwide policy limiting checkout use to small 10-item or fewer purchases. Larger hauls must go through manned lanes, which adds friction but also deters theft. Now, some people are saying that they're irritated by this. It creates longer lines and inconveniences for bulk buyers, and others saying it's a bait and switch from a system meant to be about speed and independence. Target insists that it's listening and adjusting policy store by store. I have a problem with these self-checkouts. Not all of them, but most of them. They're extremely cumbersome to use. They give you a very small platform to put your goods. So even if you have 10, if you have maybe 1, 2, or 3 items, it's not a big deal. But if you have a few, there's a very small spot or area, especially with CVS stores, to place them. And then you have things in your hand and you have to open the bags and put it in the bags. And that's also a small spot or area to put those goods, and it becomes extremely cumbersome and difficult. And so to me, I think unless you're going in there for just a couple of quick things, I don't like them. I think it was a way for these companies to save money. It's a whole bigger issue that we go into that at some point I'm going to do a video on the shrinking generations and the drop off a cliff from one generation to the next, and how these chains are trying to make up for that. But Target's not the only one. Walmart, Dollar General, Safeway, they're pulling back from self-checkout as well, saying that it's a security and issue, and of course they're losing their ass when it comes to theft, which of course this is the country we now live in, unfortunately. But the 60,000 in theft by one person, that's happening more frequently on a much larger scale, and at some point, it has to be dealt with. So let me know what you think about the self-checkout. Is it something that you like to use, or is it an inconvenience to you? Do you want to see more people human checkout places? To me, it's hard. I don't even go to Target. Don't go to Walmart. Everything I do now is pretty much on Amazon because it's so much more convenient than having to deal with traffic and everything else. So there's a lot bigger problems I think these retailers are having to deal with. So let me know what you think. If it's your first time here, be sure to subscribe. Also, click the like button. Really helps me out. And also check out the link in bio in the description. If you click on that, there's a lot of other cool links that you can go to, like our Substack and other sites. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.